Flags out once again. Sanchez gets the job. Lap to go.
Two more laps to go. Good racing for the lead right here. Oh man, he got in.
Wow.
Johnson gets one. Oh my goodness. We're coming to the final lap. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to PRA Network 2. I am your host, Justin Phoenix, and tonight we are at USA International Speedway for the Short Track League PRA Double Header Monday. You'll have the Asphalt Assault Street Stock Series at 9 p.m., which is in 3 more minutes. And at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have the Late Model Stock Series. This is Season 3 for both series. The doubleheader, both sprint races, we'll have 40 laps at the with the street stocks, and we'll have 50 laps with the late model stocks. It's going to be some exciting racing this season. There is $100 total on the line for 2 championships. $50 if you win the championship for the Asphalt Assault Series, and $50 if you win the championship in the late model stock series. So if someone's lucky and good enough to win both, they'll be coming out of this with at least $100. There may be more if there's more donations before the end of the season. And we appreciate the donors. They wanted to remain anonymous. So we appreciate you. And we thank you for what you've given to PRA for this event, as well as others. And so thank you again for joining us. Another season here in the Short Track League. It's going to be another exciting one. This time we have 6 weeks on the season. Got a couple of messages in Discord that I'm taking care of, so I apologize. I'm going to have to put in there just a moment. All right, just had to communicate some things because a lot of people like to wait till the last minute to join, and that's no fault. More the merrier. Glad that people are showing interest in our series. So tonight we are at USA International Speedway. I apologize. My voice just right before we got live, I started choking up. So I hope that I can have that cleared in just a few minutes. Anyway, USA International Speedway. It was an oval located near Lakeland, Florida, United States, that opened in 1995. The track was 3/4 of a mile long, concrete paved oval, 14-degree bank turns. USA International Speedway was closed with the final race on August 2nd, 2008. And in 2010, the track was stripped of its grandstands and control tower. In early 2012, the track was completely demolished. A warehouse now sits on the property. The site lies next to the former site of the Lakeland Motorsports Park on Florida State Road 33, just north of exit 38 on Interstate 4, where an Amazon warehouse now exists. I'm sure that makes the locals very happy. That 1977, Lakeland International Speedway hosted Florida Sunfest, a musical festival featuring 20 acts, including Jimmy Buffett. It was the largest music festival in Florida history, attracting over 100,000 fans. The event was created and produced by Richard Flanzer of Atlantic Pacific Music. So, this track was once a great short track for everybody to enjoy, and thank goodness for iRacing coming on when they did around 2008, because they were allowed to scan this track before it was demolished. So we have the basically exact replica of the racetrack in the sim. Excuse me. And it looks like the lobby still has not came up yet. It's getting ready. So we're waiting for that. I think it's actually getting ready to go live. They are letting the drivers know. Server is live. Excuse me. So, with all that being said, let's get a little bit of a history lesson. Last season, here in the Asphalt Assault Series, we saw Austin LeBlanc win his very first championship in PRA. It was a very exciting finish for him. I'm so glad that he finally got that one out of the way. Now he's going for number 2. Proud of him. He has come a long way. He joined our league back in 2024 when we first started the iRacing League. We had this. We had the Asphalt Assault Series, and we had a couple of other things going on, and then we had a truck series going on, the Legacy Truck Series, actually. And I think that's where he joined us, if I'm not mistaken, was Legacy Truck Series. And so he has come from learning the ropes of the series, the stem, I should say, to a PRA champion. So, congrats to him on last season's championship. I'm going to test something. Checking my mic.
It works.
Thank you. All right. Well, with that being said, I will be right back. All right. Apologize about the break. I am back for the remainder of this event. Till this race is over. All right, now we're in practice, and it's Roger Saucier who is on the point right now. And so that was part of my history lesson that I was going to give everybody that's watching the live stream. I'm not watching the chat right now because I've got everything else pulled up. So I apologize if you're saying hi in the chat. Hello. And so Roger Saucier is our most recent iRacing short track champion. He won the championship in the super late models over Jake Handlevick by 17 points. That was it was a closer battle between him and Austin LeBlanc there in that final race. But Austin had internet issues, and so that put him out. So it was unfortunate for him, but Roger Saucier finally got his first championship that he had so desperately wanted. Oh yeah, thank you guys for telling me on Discord what I'm doing wrong. Thank you.
Okay. I didn't have to do it for you.
Nope. Nope. Racer Chick did.
Alright.
Alright. I was getting ready to look at OBS. I just so happened to kind of look down at Discord and saw the message, so I apologize about that. Anyway, Riley Frost is now 5/1000ths of a second above Roger Saucier. And we got Max Cost back in here. He has not been in PRA since the very first Asphalt Assault Series season in 2024. I apologize. As soon as I got on the broadcast, I got a frog in my throat, and I have been struggling to get rid of it ever since. And it sucks because as soon as I go live, that's what happens. Anyway, we're just taking some looks at these paint schemes. There's two number 13s. We got Joel Crozier, he's number 13. So the rules this season are as long as the numbers look different and I can tell the difference in the cars, it's all good. That number 63 by Max Cost looks good. He was number 63 when he was here before in season 1. I raced with him in the 2 races that I officially have under my belt in PRA. And there's Chucky Walden to join us tonight here at USA International Speedway. We got a good crowd of people here already. Looks like we have 12 so far. Can't count me or Shannon Milligan. And we got a number 14 out there that's a number 3 on the board. He just joined the league, so we'll forgive him. He just joined like 5 minutes before the broadcast began. I'm actually going to put that, let's see. So I was just letting the number 3 Trenton Bestgrove, letting him know that we'll get his number squared away before race number 2, because on the board he's number 3, but on his car he's number 14. So this race tonight in the street stocks is a fixed setup by iRacing. So that is going to be the case with all the street stocks races for the entire season. We will have fixed setups by iRacing, not provided by any speed shop or anything. So that you got to learn the iRacing's default setup for this series, and everybody's got the same setup. However, later on tonight, when we get to the late model stocks, that setup was provided by Drives Like Blank Beat Shop, and the 14 has spun it out on the backstretch. So far, we have 12 cars in the field. That's a pretty good field for our first race here in the Asphalt Assault Series Season 3. Got less than 4 minutes left of practice, and then it'll be qualifying for 2 laps, and then we'll have the race. So let me go over the rules real quick so that everybody that is watching will have an idea. So we have basically a 3-strike rule. First time you cause an incident, we have an at-fault incident system. If you cause an incident and the official deems you at fault, you will get an EOL penalty. The first one that you do is a freebie. You still get an EOL, you still go to the back, but there are no points penalties. The second time you cause an incident, it's an EOL and a minus 10 point penalty. Then, the third time you cause an incident, it is 0 points for the race and a disqualification. So you will receive no points for that race, and you will be disqualified from the race. So, we got a little stricter last season because people didn't know how to drive clean. This season, if we can prove that we can drive right and not take each other out, we can think about relinquishing some of those really strict rules for 2026. But if we still see the craziness like we did last season, that caused pretty much half the field to quit the races, quit the season before we even got started. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep the strict rules. But I'm hoping this season we will see a difference. I'm hoping this season that everybody will show some cleanness in their racing, give some room where there's needed room. I understand that these 2 races tonight are sprint races. We got 40 laps in the street stocks and 50 laps in the late model stocks. That's not a whole lot of time to make up ground on the track. So, with that being said, that doesn't mean you take out your opponent. And if an official finds you at fault for doing so, you'll pay the consequences. So, again, we would like to get a little bit more lenient with that. But until we see the racing cleaning up, we can't do it. So this season's going to be that test. Can we see some of these guys race cleaner with each other? And if we let go of the rules a little bit, will they prove that they're not going to just take each other out once we do? Uh-oh, there's some wrecks going on here. Let's check them out. See what happened to Trenton Bestgrove. He wrecked right in front of Roger Saucier. They both got a 4X. Oh, Roger got a piece of that. Roger got a piece of that. Let me go back. Let's get chase cam going. Yep. Roger got a piece of that. Man, he saved it though. Look at that save. Man, Alright, let's watch that again because that was awesome. Alright, sorry. I got something I have to take care of after the race, apparently. Alright, it is qualifying time. Apologize for the delay there. I was excited about Roger's save, and I was going to say something about it, but got something
Can everybody
going on.
hear me?
I can.
Loud and clear.
Okay, you'll get your speech later.
All right. So we're currently watching. Look at Roger. Roger Saucier taking his lap. So far, a 23.032. Jacob Snyder gets a little higher on the list. Lap number 2 is not good enough for pole for Roger Saucier. But Jacob Schneider, so far, is on the pole. Let's go look at... none of these guys, apparently. There we go. So right now, it's Jacob Schneider on the pole. That is a bonus point if you get a pole position. Right now it looks like... and Jacob Snyder's still the pole sitter. Riley Frost is coming out. This is the one to watch. Will he top Jacob Snyder? We've seen him and Roger Saucier have an awesome battle in the final race of the Super Late Model Series. Here we go. Coming around to the start-finish line. Not enough for the first lap. Looks like second place, 16/1000th of a second off the pole. Well, I think that officially makes Jacob Schneider the pole sitter.
Alrighty, folks. Welcome to your driver's meeting. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shannon. If you don't know who that is in the Discord, I am definitely not Flashbang. I am one of the board of directors here in PRA, and we'd like to welcome you to the Short Track Series. Obviously, tonight is a doubleheader between street stocks and late model stocks. My goal tonight is to not have to do my job. The more clean you guys are in racing, the less you're going to hear me talk shit and bitch. So, let me make a couple things quite clear to you. Just because you're faster than somebody does not mean you have the right to the corner more than they do. If you are faster than someone, figure out how to get around them quickly and effectively. We do not punt people here for no reason. I do not care if you bump and run, that's fine. Also, if you're going to defend a position, you do not just chop their nose off. There's no reason for that. If you know that they're going to be there, just give it to them and try and give it back later, or try and get it back later. Okay? We don't need to have a caution just because somebody managed to get to your quarter panel. Get over it. It happens. Some of you guys have A-class licenses, some of you have B's, C's, and some of you are rookies. It's fine. We accept everybody in here. That means, for those of you that have an A-class license, I expect you to drive like you have an A-class license. Figure it out. I don't want to have to do my job tonight. I just want to watch and hope to God that you guys can make it through 40 laps. It's just 40 laps here. If you have a problem with how this is being officiated, you can bring that up with me. Don't go running to Justin with your problems of my shit talking. You can direct that directly at me. Trust me, I'm an adult. I can take it.
Good talk, Flash. Good talk.
No problem, buddy.
All right.
Good luck, y'all. Let's start this series off right.
So there we go.
Starts are on green.
Starts are on green. Did I not change that in the rule? Oops. Correction, starts are on leader. Correction, starts are on leader.
So we start in the middle of the backstretch, right?
Nope. I just had to pull up the rule book, make sure I did make that change. I did. Alright, I got some people joining last minute here, so I'm trying to take care of that.
You see that cone in turn 4 as you come off on the inside? Just use that as your marker. Thank you, Jacob. Appreciate it.
Alright, here we go. We're getting ready for green flag action after a month off from short track racing. We're about to go green flag racing here at USA International Speedway with Jacob Schneider as your pole sitter, Riley Frost on the outside pole, getting ready for that pace car to get off the track. I thought they were going green this time. Oops. I got all excited and I thought we were getting ready to go green flag racing. My bad. Anyway, we can look through the field. Jacob Schneider on the pole, Riley Frost second, Brandon Torres third, Joel Crozier in fourth, David Phillips in fifth, Roger Saucier in sixth, Austin LeBlanc in seventh, Cody Johnson eighth, Chucky Walden ninth, Trenton Bestgrove 10th, Brandon Farley 11th, and Max Cost in 12th. The pace car is off. Green flag is underway. Jacob Schneider is going to lead him to turn number 1. Side by side going down into turn number 1, coming out of turn number 2. Jacob Schneider on the inside, Riley Frost on the outside. There's someone sideways. There is a caution. It's Brandon Torres. Brandon Torres. Let's see what happened there.
Any contact or just a self spin?
Self spin.
My fault.
Oh, heavy hit on the inside. We do have fast repairs. All right, let's watch that again from the inside. Started third. Oh, just tore that front end off. That's unfortunate for him. You never want to see that on the first lap of the race. So now Brandon Torres is going to probably use his first fast repair.
I don't know if it was Chucky or Trenton behind me, but I did miss a gear. That's why I slowed down for a second. Sorry if I stacked all up.
I do believe there's only...
First lap, I wasn't going to be pushing the edges anyway.
There's probably one fast repair. Let me go look. Yes, one. I couldn't remember. My bad. My own series, and I couldn't remember the rule. So I got some people joining the Discord right now that is joining our league for the late model stock race later. So, as we were getting ready for the next green flag run, it's pretty notable that the street stocks are rookie friendly. So the way we look at it is the street stocks is like your entry level racing series here in the short track league. And then the step up would be the late model stocks from that in PRA. And then our top league at the moment for the short tracks is the super late model. I hate when it goes to that view. You can't see past the bumper on the Mustang.
Is this meant to be single file?
This one will be single file just because that's what iRacing wants. The next one will be double. Just because we had a caution on lap 1.
Yeah, it's set to automatically do that. Whenever there's a caution consecutively, it'll automatically give you single file. Green flag, here we go. Green flag number 2. Let's see if we can get some green flag racing going here. Jacob Schneider has the lead now. That really helped him. Move on back here and see what's going on back through the field. All right, we've made one full lap under green. Oh, the 11 got loose right in front of the 73. He goes to the outside. He slid, but he did not get into the wall. Chucky Walden gets the position on Austin LeBlanc. Now Austin's looking to the inside. Right now it's Jacob Schneider first, Riley Frost second, Joel Crozier in third, Roger Saucier in fourth, David Phillips in fifth, Cody Johnson in sixth, Chucky Walden seventh, Austin LeBlanc in eighth, Trenton Bestgrove in ninth, Brandon Torres in 10th, Max Cost 11th, and Brandon Farley rounds out your leaderboard. 12 cars in the field. Oh, the 13 got a little loose, it looked like. Oh, and the 11 gets into the 73, and he's into the wall. Oh, he's into the wall. But we're going to stay green. That is unfortunate for Chucky Walden. We are going to watch that back. So, let me go back again. Yeah, the 11 just gets into the 73. He's on his inside. But we'll go live now. We don't miss any of the action. That's unfortunate for Chucky Walden. He's going to have to hope for a caution now to catch back up to the field. That's definitely not what Jacob Schneider wants. He is 0.8 of a second ahead of Riley Frost. There's a lot of new names here for this season. Jacob Schneider has never raced with us in the short track league. Joel Crozier has never raced with us. Trenton Besgrove. Brandon Torres was here with us last season. There's quite a few new names. Now we got some side-by-side racing here with the 11 and the 14. Oh, and that's the 95 of Brandon Torres that's trying to make it 3 wide, but he thought better of it. And the 11 is sideways. He's sideways. He's into the 95. Oh, they're straight into the outside wall. Straight into the outside wall. We are going to pause that. We're going to watch that. So I'm going to rewind it a little bit. And we're going to watch that from the far chase. Play. The 11 gets loose on the outside. I don't know if there was contact. There wasn't. And then just into the 95. That's the second time the 95's been taken out. He has no more fast repairs. And so I would have to say the 11 is at fault. And he was at fault in the incident with the 73.
As much as I'd like to blame that on somebody, that's just a bunch of cars trying to occupy the same position. One of them ended up getting loose, going to the wall, is what it is.
And so that is the official decision. And so let's watch it one more time. Austin was sideways, but let's rewind that just here. So we're going to watch that again, and we're going to watch it slow motion this time, just to get a better idea. 11 was involved in the incident with the 73 earlier too. So he's gonna have some enemies on the track now. So he's coming around the turn. He gets it loose right there, and the 14 comes up. They don't make contact. He reacts. That's what happened there. The 11 reacted to the 14, but the 11 was already loose to begin with. And he is all the way to the right on that steering wheel. And unfortunately for Brandon Torres, he's at the wrong place at the wrong time. Bam! Into the outside wall. That is unfortunate. That's what happens sometimes in our short track leagues. I hate it for Brandon Torres. He already used one fast repair. Now he's 17 laps in and has to completely repair his vehicle. I am going to turn off drivers, right? Because I only want to hear. I don't know what channel Shannon was actually on. It is what it is. We just got the 1 lap to go signal. 1 lap to green.
Behave, please.
There's going to be 18 laps to go at the end of this run. At the end of this caution. Anything can still happen now in the finish of this race. Jacob Schneider and Riley Frost had a little battle to start with, but Jacob really got ahead. And here we go. Green flag racing. One more time. After caution number 2, here we go. Going down into turn number 1. They're stacked up 2 wide. This is only the second time they've had to start double wide since the beginning of the race. We got the 11 car looking to the inside. The 11's on the inside of the 63 of Max Cost. See them bobbling and weaving. It looks like Brandon Torres did not go a lap down, maybe? Or he did. He did go a lap down, okay. Oh, he's out. He went, he left, okay. Unfortunate. There are wave arounds, so he could have got a lap back under caution next time. But anyway, we got the 13 and the 13. So we do have some special rules with our short track league, because in real life there are a lot of short track cars that have the same number, but they'll add a letter to their number. In the case of the number 13 there, he's new to the league, so we'll cut him some slack. But the 013 of Cody Johnson, he's the original 13. But he's not full-time, so it is what it is. You can see the difference between the two cars. It's not hard to see. Not going to be super strict about that for our short track races. This is a good battle right now for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. One bobble between any of these guys, and it could be calamity for all of them. See that Joel Crozier is in the Detroit Lions team. Must be a Detroit Lions fan. Let's take a look at the battle for the lead. It's still really close between Jacob Schneider and Riley Frost. Looks like Riley Frost found him some competition this race. So far, we've only had a few incidents. Chucky Walden just blinked. See what's happening with him. Okay. Nothing major. The 13 and the 13 are so close right now. Coming to 10 laps to go this time by, with Jacob Schneider in the lead. Riley Frost right on his bumper in second. Who's going to be the first winner of the season? We do have a couple of 1Xs. Let's see what happened there. Oh, there was a little bit of a spin, but a save at the same time. All right. Go back to the lead here. We do have a side-by-side battle between the 13s. Let's go watch the 13s. That's what I wanted. The camera switched back automatically. Didn't want that. Cody Johnson is now passing the 13 of Joe Crozier. The 13 of Cody Johnson passes the 13. The 13 is ahead of the 13 now. Yes, that is a thing that was said on a live stream. All right, let's go back to the lead. There's 8 laps to go. Anything can happen between Jacob Schneider and Riley Frost here. There's close quarters here. This is basically a one-groove track. Right now, Riley Frost is just trying to bide his time. First and second cars, all race long, have been right here, nose to tail. There's going to be 5 laps to go this coming line. And meanwhile, the 13s are still battling. That 11 is loose. We're going to watch the leaders right now because there's going to be 4 laps to go this time by. They're coming out of turn number 4. Going across the line, 4 laps to go. Does Riley Frost have anything for Jacob Schneider? Let's go watch some of this battle back here for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th place. Roger Saucier has kind of pulled away from this group. He's looks like he's half a second ahead of Cody Johnson. This is a good battle right here, but we are going to focus 3 laps to go for Jacob Schneider, his first ever PRA race. Will he win in his first ever PRA short track race, I should say? 2 laps to go. They're coming around on turn number 2 onto the back stretch. All race long, Jacob Schneider has commanded this field. Going around to turn number 4, coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go for Jacob Schneider. Is there anything Riley Frost can do? It looks like the answer to that is going to be no. Jacob Schneider, in his first PRA short track race, wins. Roger Saucier comes in 3rd.
Find a Discord channel to be in. Top 3, find a Discord channel to be in. I'm very proud of you guys for not making me do my job. Well done.
And so the final running order. I don't know what happened to Trenton Bestgrove there, so we're going to check out what happened there. Let's see. Going to take off the race results for just a second. See what happened. Ah! He spun it into the inside wall.
Just want to say nice job, man.
That's unfortunate. But that is how it goes sometimes. We are going to talk to our race winner, Jacob Schneider.
You rode me.
Hey, our race winner, Jacob Schneider. Welcome to PRA.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. So give us some thoughts on your race there. It was a masterclass, basically. I think you led every lap, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. But it wasn't easy. I mean, I was just talking to Riley. He was riding me the whole time. I could never get away, really.
Yeah, it was. We were watching it on the broadcast. It was exciting to watch. He never got up close enough to you to put enough pressure on you to make you nervous. But yeah, that was pretty good. Only 2 cautions the whole race. I'm pretty proud of you guys.
Yeah, no, I'm very pleasantly surprised by that. You know, some good green flag racing. It's hard to find that on iRacing sometimes these days.
Absolutely. Well, you got any shout-outs you want to make? You're live on the stream, and so if you want to do some burnouts, go right ahead.
Oh, no, I'm going to pull the Ryan Blaney. not abuse my equipment, but I will shout out my wife for letting me come race on a Monday night.
Absolutely, man. Well, we love having you here. You are now the championship leader going into race number 2, heading for the money.
Heck yeah, sounds good.
Thanks for coming. We'll see you. Are you going to race in the late model stocks?
I am racing the late model, yep.
All right. Well, we'll see you in a little bit.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Riley Frost, second place. Man, you tried to reel in Jacob Schneider there, but it just wasn't nothing for you. What's your thoughts on the race?
It went pretty smooth, I guess. I mean, I don't think anybody could have touched that guy, but I tried.
Yeah, you did. You were about you got within 0.3 of a second of him at a couple of points there in that last run. But yeah, long green flag racing allowed you to get spread out a little bit and get your lines and stuff. So a good solid second place finish. Any thoughts?
No, I appreciate you guys for putting these on. Congrats to that guy. He was on rails.
Absolutely. Well, going into race number 2, you are now second in the points, so you are in the money right now.
Right on. Let's keep it that way.
All right, man. Well, are you racing the late model stocks?
Yeah, we'll see you shortly.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you in a few minutes.
Right on.
Roger Saucier, podium, buddy. How's it feeling?
Pretty good.
Hey, it's good to have you back. Super late model series champion. So, what are your thoughts on that race?
Kind of more from my perspective. Once I guess I didn't qualified okay, but got up to third and then just kind of sat on an island by myself for the second half and watched the leaders drive away.
Yeah, you got a little bit broke away from that pack from third on back, and you finally broke away from them and started getting distance. But yeah, it looked like Jacob Schneider and Riley Frost were in a zip code of their own.
Yeah, they were long gone, but I'm happy with third. Good start to the season. I can't really complain. Good points day.
Absolutely. Right now you are on the podium, so you are in some of the money.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits. I honestly never really think about it because then I would overthink other races. So if it happens, it happens.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, we appreciate you. You're probably not racing the street late model stocks, right?
No, I got to be up at 4 tomorrow morning, so I'm off to bed after this.
Sounds good, man. Well, we appreciate you coming again. Another season with us. You are now the Richard Petty of the short track league because you have the most starts of anybody in our short track league. So congrats on that.
That's a cool record, actually. The whole. You've been around since the start.
Yeah, you've been around since the start, and we saw Max Cost in there tonight. He hasn't been there since season 1.
Yeah, a couple of old faces.
Absolutely. Well, we thank you for coming, and hope you have a good night, buddy.
Yeah, you too. Thank you guys for having me, putting everything on. It's always a pleasure racing.
Absolutely. We'll see you next week.
Yes.
All right. See you, buddy.
Bye.
All right. So that's our top 3 for the night. I'm going to pull our official up here. Hey, Flashbang, what's up, dude? You're live. I just wanted to get your thoughts on the race.
I mean, yeah, it was a little nose to tail, but they managed all right.
Yeah, it was only 2 cautions the whole race, so that was good.
Better than what we normally have.
Yeah, really the first one was just nerves, it seemed like. Brandon Torres got the worst end of it. He got smashed on the lap 1 on his own, and then he got smashed again being involved in that incident with Austin, going head on into the outside wall. That was a heavy hit, dude. That was 140 miles an hour straight into the outside wall.
Yeah, it was. And the only other real incidents and I was talking about this with some of them while I was down there. It's just they kept it straight. You know, I don't. As far as I'm concerned, that's beating and banging, and oh well. Do better
Yep.
next time.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for officiating again, and we will see you after the race for the late model stocks.
Sounds good. You want to throw me back down there?
I will. Takes a second because it scrolls a lot.
Yep, I know.
All right. So we are getting ready for the late model stocks. Let me get this over to here. Actually, one final time. Sorry about that. Let's see the results. All right. So our winner was Jacob Snyder. Second place, Riley Frost. Third place, Roger Saucier. Fourth place, Cody Johnson. Fifth place, Austin LeBlanc. Sixth place, Joel Crozier. Seventh place, David Phillips. Eighth place, Chucky Walden. Ninth place, Max Cost. 10th place, Brandon Farley. 11th place, Trenton Bestgrove. And 12th place, and the unfortunate one, was Brandon Torres. That was very unfortunate. He got taken out early. So, yeah. And that rounds out the finishing order of the race. Thank you for watching the Asphalt Assault series. We're going to take about a 10-minute break, and then we'll be back here for the late model stocks. All right. All right, here we go. The live is back. I'm back. We're back here at USA International Speedway for race number 2 of the night. This is our late model stock series. And I made sure that you can see it on the stream. Everybody watching? This is race number 2 of the night. We'll have a few different drivers in this race than what we had in the street stocks. It is yet to be determined what the field size will be. Right now we have a few still coming in. So, give you a little bit of our late model stock series history. Last season, we saw, pull this up, Nick Baum win the championship. Great to have him with us. And so we congratulated him on winning the second season of the late model stock series. And now let's get our cars out here. So far we have 7 cars on the track. Several new faces again. To PRA. Hayden Henry Dakes and Quinn Campbell are both new that have never raced here before. And there's our new number for Lance Sater in the 18. Contact made between the 51 and the 10. Jake Handlevick, who is actually Jake Raven. For some reason, it didn't show up that way in the sim. I have to fix that. Oh, it's because he joined. I will fix that for him. Welcome everybody that's in the live on YouTube and Twitch. I don't normally watch the chat while we're racing, but welcome Hayden, welcome Racer Chick, Dylan Davis, Raven Striker, who's in the race now. I don't know if you're still listening. Apparently someone's Hayden's boyfriend. I don't know who that was. I missed what I said. Anyway, I will not be able to watch the chat after this.
Justin, what do you think about the new ride, bud?
Looks good. the Lancaster. Just looking at some stuff on Okay, I was in the sim making sure everybody's numbers were correct. For those that just joined, like today, your numbers may not be correct, but I have corrected them in the sim, so next week your numbers will be what you requested. So far, it looks like we're going to have 7. Yeah, right now there's 7 in the field. Significantly fewer drivers in this race than what we had in street stocks, but you know, you got to pay for these, whereas the street stocks are base game content, so it's to be expected. Hope that more join before the race starts.
Can I have a black clear, please?
Well, we'll hope that that 7-car field can keep it clean. Same amount of money is up for grabs, no matter how many cars show up. Oh, that was my heavy end of the wall. But we might see a lot more passing in these cars. So as I said at the top of the broadcast, street stocks are fixed setup, whereas the late model stocks are open setup. So all these guys out here tonight in the late model stocks had to come up with their own setup or use the base game setup that Flash made for them, Shannon Milliken, with drives like S Speed Shop. Y'all can make fun of me all you want. So, everybody can drive the car the way they want to. There's a big crash. Watch that crash. What happened here? Oh, okay. It keeps switching back. Let's go back to that one more time. Sorry. Oh, Jake was reacting to the 51 or the 79 getting into the wall. That was 79. My apologies. Good thing it's just practice. But the top 2 cars right now are 4 1/1000th of a second. The top 3, I'm sorry, the top 3 cars are 14 1/1000th of a second between each other. We might see a 3-car battle for the race win tonight. It's just early in practice. I understand that. But practice usually shows who's going to be the fastest in the qualifying session and typically who's going to be the fastest in the race. And everybody gets to use their own setup so they get to drive the car the way they want to. And just for the record, this is what Lance Sater has requested as he's losing it right as we were talking about him.
I didn't hit the wall. I saved it. Let's go.
He saved it. But I'm going to have to let me... Hey, Flash. I'm going to mute the driver channel for this one on the stream.
Okay.
So make sure that you're on like race control or something so I can hear you.
I'm still on race control.
Okay, I want to be able to hear you, but I don't want to hear all the other nonsense. So,
Okay, sounds good.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to turn off drivers, all teams. Okay, teams won't turn off. That way, I can only hear flashbang. Wonder. I'm sorry for everybody that's watching live. Back on so we can watch what's going on. Anyway, Lance Sater was one of the ones requesting us to do open setups. And as I was saying that, he spun out. Riley Frost has now topped over him. That's a close top three practice session. 19 one-thousandths of a second separates the top three. All right, getting ready for qualifying. Looks like we will have Jacob Schneider. We'll have 8 in the field. Jacob Schneider just won the race in the street stocks. Can he come over here and stink up the late model stocks as well? Getting the pole position, leading every lap, and winning the race. That's pretty much stinking it up, buddy. Pretty good. I like it. As we speak of him, we're going to watch him go out. He's in the 81J. Again, letters are allowed for your numbers here in the streets, in the short track league. There are no other 81s out here tonight, so he will be default as 81 to me. We're going to watch him make a couple laps here. Let's see what happens. Lap number 1 on the board is the top dog over top of Riley Frost. For lap number 1, how's lap number 2 going to fare? And he crosses the line for lap number 2, improves it a lot. And Riley Frost improves a little bit. The next one we're going to watch is Jake Handelbeck. Jacob Schneider has the pole position as of right now. Doesn't even do a single lap of practice. Here's Jake's first lap. 5th place. Do what he does for second lap. Comes to the start-finish line off of turn number 4. He does improve to 4th, but not good enough for the podium. And there she is. There's the last of the qualifiers. There's 8 cars in the field. We have 2 minutes left. If anybody still wants to join, Chucky Walden is still on the track. My bad. And does not improve his lap. I guess he's done with both of his laps. Yep. All right, looks like that's going to be the starting order. Jacob Schneider, Riley Frost, Lance Sater, Jake Handlevick, Caden Henry Oaks, Austin LeBlanc.
Okay.
Chucky
All
Walden,
of you
Quinn Campbell.
qualified, congratulations. If you weren't here for the first race, then you're going to have to hear this speech, and I'm sorry. If you were here for the first race, thank you for making that race extremely clean. We had 2 cautions in the street stock race tonight, guys. I'm not looking forward to having to do my job in this one any better. So, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to officiate this, and it's going to be up to you guys to do it correctly. How this goes. If you cut someone's nose off, I'm going to give you an EOL. If someone's there, give them the room. It's not a hard concept. You can make the pass later. That's how racing works. We accept all different kinds of licenses in these races. So if you're a fast car, I suggest you learn how to get around a slow car and learn it fast. If you're driving at an A-class license, I expect you to be able to handle your car. If you have car control issues, I'm not afraid to park you if it's that bad. So far, I have never had to do that. Don't give me a reason to tonight. I'm going to keep this as close down the middle as I can. I don't like giving EOLs if I don't have to. Like I said, the first race went 40 laps, and the only 2 cautions we had were really just car control. It wasn't anything crazy. If we can make it through this one, we're going to have a great season. So, I encourage all of you to use discretion, use your goddamn mirrors, and please listen to your spotters. If you have a personal spotter in this race, I suggest you keep them on the up and up. Make the call early. If you're using the iRacing spotter, you may want to look into the mirror every now and then. All right, guys, good luck. Have a good race. And as always, if you have a problem with my shit-talking or how I officiate things, you bring that up to me. Justin will not fix that for you. That is my problem.
All right. And that's how we tell these racers how it is. And that, my friend, is why I'm not really the official. I'm just your broadcaster and your friendly neighborhood commentator. Starting lineup: Jacob Schneider on the inside, Riley Frost on the outside, Lance Sater on the inside, Jake Handlevick on the outside, Caden Henry Oaks on the inside, Austin LeBlanc on the outside. And the last row, Chucky Walden on the inside, Quinn Campbell on the outside. And those 2 are not racing. All right. Well, let's hope for another clean race. We want to see action, but we want to see it clean. So we're going to do 50 laps here at USA International Speedway at Lakeland, Florida. Riding on board, I don't like that. You can hear the roar of the engines of these late model stocks. They're not as loud as the super late models, but they definitely sound awesome. Oh, we have a blinker. Did Jacob leave? And that's not good, because the race is getting ready to start. Gonna have to start on the pit road, I guess.
If the leader does not reconnect, then oh wow, he didn't. He's starting from the pits. All right, congratulations, y'all bump up the road.
That's gonna make things interesting. He got an EOL for himself. And he might be out. When I click on him, nothing happens. Out. I guess it won't let him start.
All right, Riley, you're the control car then, if that's the case. We fire when you fire. And if it bitches at you, I'll clear your black file.
So, yeah, our pole sitter lost it right before the race started. That is not good. That is not a good thing, but maybe he can get a couple waiver rounds and get him back in this. Getting ready to go green flag racing. And here we go, green flag. Riley Frost is the point car, starting on the outside line. So it looks like Jacob Schneider will start way back. But there could be an early caution that'll help him out. We don't know. Riley Frost has a huge lead to start. Lance Sater in second. Jake Handlevick in third. Coming out of turn number 2, and Austin LeBlanc is loose. He was loose in the last race in the street stocks. Trying to get everybody on the camera. Let's watch it from the blimp cam for a second. Got a side-by-side battle going on between Quinn Campbell and Chucky Walden. Oh, and Quinn moves up into him. Chucky Walden got shoved up the track a little bit. The 81 of Jacob Schneider is already up here. What in the world? Started from the pits. Started from the pits. Is already up to 7th. This is the guy to watch. He won't lead every lap in this race due to technicalities. But will he make it back to Riley Frost with 46 laps to go? He's got to get around Caden Henry Oaks. He's got the inside line. Caden gives him the room, allows him to pass. He is now in 5th place and started on pit road half a lap down. I just got to say that. I mean, that's amazing. We're going to look up here. Riley Frost in the lead. Lance Sater in second. Jake Raven in third. It says Handlevick, but I didn't get a chance to change his nickname in the league stuff. Gonna ride on board. with our buddy Jake Raven. He's got Austin LeBlanc behind him. And look who's in that mirror. It's Jacob Schneider, the winner of the Asphalt Assault Series race. I think he made it interesting for himself. And it looks like Lance Sater is about a half a second off of Riley Frost. And now Jacob Schneider is getting around Austin LeBlanc. He's got Jake Raven in his sights. Right on board with Jacob Schneider. This guy started a half a lap down. He gets alongside Jake Raven. He's going to make the inside move. Jake Raven's going to be on the outside now with Austin LeBlanc looking to the inside, but he's going to close the door on him. Jacob Schneider now has 2 cars to beat. We got Riley Frost and Lance Sater, first and second. So there's the distance. Jacob Schneider has 1.7 seconds of a distance between him and Lance Sater. Looks like we're going to have a 3-car battle here for the lead once Jacob Schneider gets up here to him. He has, oh, Lance got sideways. Lance got sideways. That's going to hurt him a lot. Now you can look. Lance Sater is now just a half a second ahead of Jacob Schneider. 0.3 of a second. I'm going to repeat myself. Jacob Schneider started this race on the pole, but he got disconnected right at the start. Started on pit road, half a lap down. And within 16 laps, going on 17. He is now looking at the second place car. If he would have started on the pole, he would have been a half a lap ahead of everybody already. These guys do not want to see a caution because he'll get up there and just take off. We're watching this because the battle is in closing. Riley Frost is your leader, followed by Lance Sater, with Jacob Schneider in third, who started on pit road. 19 laps into this race. Jacob Schneider is in the mirror of Lance Sater. Lance is gonna, oh my gosh, that dude is all over the place. Jacob Schneider's on the inside. He gave him room. Side by side down the back stretch. And there it is. Jacob Schneider is now second place looking at Riley Frost. Riley Frost has led every lap of this race so far. We're riding on board with Jacob Schneider in the rear chase view. if he gets around him right here, and he's going to. Jacob Schneider makes the pass for the lead. Now it's a three-way battle. Can Lance Sater get to Riley Frost? The number 79 car is ahead of them. They're going to have to deal with lap traffic. These three cars are bunched together, followed by Austin LeBlanc. Jake Raven is in 5th. How they get around lap traffic? And Quinn Campbell's into the wall. And that's going to slow Lance down. Crank it up for a minute. So now we have a spread between first, second, and third. Let's watch how Austin gets around the lap traffic here. Ooh. I'm going to look back at this 4X real quick.
There's unlimited tire change, yeah.
So there was contact made there. That's what I was looking back to see. We're just going to see some battles here for a minute. Ooh, Austin got loose, I think. Your leader, Jacob Schneider, is 1 second ahead of Riley Frost. So, he took the lead right before the halfway point. So if he leads every lap from here on out, he will have led the most laps and have the pole and basically have all the major bonus points. So he's got the lead now in that 81J. He's basically just going to have to cruise from this point forward. He started this race half a lap down. I mean, I just can't. That was an amazing watch. First half of this race. Just to watch him come from half a lap down because he got disconnected on the start and having to run down everybody after that. And passing everybody clean. I want to emphasize, he was fast and passed everyone clean. I'm going to say that one more time for everybody watching and anybody that might want to join the league. He passed everyone clean. There was not a single aggressive move done there. And I watched every bit of it. I watched 20 laps of it. So every move he made was Racecraft 101. If you want to watch this broadcast back, watch this first half of this race. A fast guy can get by slower guys without wrecking them. That's all I got to say about that. There's some people who like to come in here who are fast. I won't argue that they're not fast because they are fast. But they want to wreck people. They don't want to have patience to pass them. Listen, that gets you penalized. Just learn to have good racecraft. That's all it takes. And that was proof right there for me anyway. But now we have a battle for second place. Lance Sater has caught back up to Riley Frost, and it looks like Quinn Campbell has gotten into the wall right in front of them. Oh, and he's into the wall again. That car must be damaged pretty bad. These two are going to have a good battle right here. Riley Frost. Oh, there's a meatball flag for Quinn Campbell. He is very slow on the track right now. Oh, and he's blinking right in front of the leaders. There's a battle right here for third. Between Austin LeBlanc and Jake Raven. These two have raced each other a lot in PRA at this point over the last year. In the Legacy Truck Series and all of our Oval Series, we end up seeing these two racing each other a lot. Let's go and check out. We're going to check out Lance Sater. He's struggling on that corner exit. And so it looks like he's losing a little time. He's trying to midline. We've seen him sideways quite a few times. Right on board with Jake Raven. We have 8 laps to go. These two are really trying to get around each other. There's also a battle for second. There's 2 battles happening on the track at the same time. Lance is really trying to get around Riley. And as we saw between Riley and Roger Saucier last season, Riley doesn't let you have that position very easily. You gotta earn it. You gotta get alongside before going into the corner. These two are really battling right now. So, well, there's a spread between Austin LeBlanc and Jake Raven at this point. Let's go back to Riley and Sater. There's been a battle here. I haven't talked about it much, if at all, and I apologize for that. But Caden Henry Dakes and Chucky Walden are racing for 6th position. There is battles happening at the same time, and I'm just trying to switch back and forth to watch who's closest to who. Kind of hard to keep track of it all. I apologize. These two right here are the closest together on the track. Jake Raven's with 2 laps to go this time by. He's trying to make the pass to make it to 4th. Somebody just blinked. That was Lance. We're going to be a white flag. Now let's give Jacob Snyder his due. He's on the back stretch. Man, there's some close battles happening right now between Lance Sater and Riley Frost, as well as Austin LeBlanc and Jake Raven. But right now, it's the final lap. Jacob Schneider has seen the white flag, and he's coming around for the checkered flag 2 times tonight. And Lance Sater's backwards. What in the world? What happened there?
Couldn't even call a caution there if I wanted to.
So let's actually get rid of that. And let's go back and see what happened with Lance Sater, Riley Frost. Oh, he got into him. He tried really hard. And Riley goes down pit road. And he's doing pit road speed while Lance Sater's going in reverse. Oh my gosh. Lance Sater beats Riley Frost to the line in reverse. Wow. Wow. That's all I got to say about that. Okay.
Just a friendly reminder, top 3 to discard. If you have an issue, please bring it up with me at the end of the race. Or some other time.
So we're going to watch that one more time. These two spin each other. It's not Riley's fault. That was Lance. But Riley gets put down pit road. Lance is in reverse. And you can see he's going faster in reverse than Riley can go down pit road and beats Riley to the line. Holy cow! Wow! Wow, that's a Ricky Bobby finish if I've ever seen one. Now I want to actually see what happened to Jake Raven on that last bit there, because he looked like he was very slow. Let's see what happened here. So he was at the rear of Austin LeBlanc. Oh, come on. Why does it do that? Let's rewind it. He was at the rear. I don't know, did his car give out? He's slow. I don't know what happened there. But we're going to watch this one more time. This is just hilarious. That's all I got to say. And you can see the race to the line right there. Oh my gosh. That is a Ricky Bobby finish. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's get the winner in here. Jacob Schneider, welcome again.
Hey, how's it going?
Win number 2 on the night, and I just have to say, I complimented you several times on the live stream because we've had some fast guys come in here before against some of our slower guys and just absolutely crashed them to try to pass them and stuff. You proved to everybody that you can be fast and clean at the same time, because you started a half a lap down because you had to start from the pits, passed everyone, and then won by 3 seconds. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, I made a mistake to miss the grid, so I wasn't gonna take it out on no one else or risk anyone else's race. You know, if I would have lost, it'd have been my own fault. So, you know, that was my mindset with the race starting from the pits like that. But yeah, I'm not gonna run over nobody. You know, it's easy to say when you don't have to, but I'm sure there'll be some more close racing later on, and I'll show that, you know, no matter the situation, I'm not gonna run over nobody.
Absolutely. That was a great showing, though. I just have to compliment you on that. You got any shout-outs you want to make? Any league partners or anything you would like to say hi to?
Well, I'll give a shout-out to my buddy Landon for making that paint scheme for me. He did a replica of my real-life late model, and it looks spot on. So shout-out to him. And yeah, shout-out to PRA. I'm I kind of joined PRA to do the IndyCar League. I hadn't raced the IndyCar much, and then I'm kind of a short track guy in real life, so I saw the short track league, and I was like, I'll do that too.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you. I'm glad to have you.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll have to have some incentive to start in the rear to help some of the fast guys learn how to pass, I guess. It would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll talk about that. But yeah, thank you again. Congratulations on sweeping the night pole for both races and win for both races. So good job.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
We'll see you all next week. See you tomorrow for the IndyCar race.
Yeah, you'll see the rest of the guys. I won't be there, but yeah, DPRA tomorrow.
See you next week.
Yep, see ya. Lance Sater, you got second, and that was like a Ricky Bobby finish. Just give me your thoughts on that, buddy.
I would have rather take third than finish like that, to be 100% honest. I did not mean to get into his rear bumper at all.
It was hilarious. I laughed. So, I mean, you couldn't have made that up.
No, I didn't know where fourth was. I thought I finished third because I didn't know where Riley was. So I'm like, screw it. Put the clutch down, shifted in the reverse, and floored it.
Yeah, you went in reverse, and he was on pit road, so he had to go pit road speed. So he was at a severe disadvantage going down to the start finish line. So you were like throwing the transmission out.
I pretty much did.
But yeah, second place.
I was behind him the entire race, and I'm like, I one opening, and I thought I would have it on the corner because it was the final corner. I thought he'd wash up a little bit, or at least enter a little harder, and I read it wrong, and just a bad case of incidents went down. I feel terrible for it, but I don't know what else to say, to be honest, about the incident. But
yeah, if Riley has a issue with it, I'm going to be interviewing him right after you, so we'll see.
Yeah, I would like to give a shout out to my sponsors though too, and everyone. If anybody I sent a link to is watching, hello.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
We thank you for coming again, buddy. Second place. That's a good start for the season. We'll see you next week. And by the way, you had a relatively clean, other than that final lap.
I was gonna say I'm still on probation, aren't I?
No, I think as long I'll have a conversation with Flash off the stream, and we'll give you what we determine.
Hey, I say my save off lap 14. That was hella good.
Yeah. Well, man, we'll see you next week. Appreciate you racing with us.
See you, Justin.
Yep. And finally, Riley Frost. Hey, buddy, you got third. You had second. Give me your thoughts on that final corner there with Lance Sater.
Oh, it is what it is, but he was faster than me anyway. I was holding on from the start of the race. We missed the setup a bit.
That's what it takes with these open setup races.
Yeah, we were plowing tight on entry, and I knew I messed up that right off the bat.
Yeah, you were staying ahead of him though, because he was coming out of the corners sideways most of the time. So he was losing a lot of speed because he was impatient. But that finish though, I laughed. You'll have to watch it back because I was laughing so hysterically because that was basically like a Ricky Bobby finish. You're knocked down pit road. You can only go pit road speed or get black flag. And then he's going in reverse as fast as he can possibly go. And he barely beats you at the line. Man. But yeah, good race. You led the first part of the race. Jacob Schneider just smoked the field.
Yeah, he's a missile.
Yeah, I mean, he started a half a lap down. That's one thing that I watched for the early part of the race was just how he was passing it left and right, and I was like, he is gonna make it to these guys, and it's gonna be on. But yeah, good. Go ahead.
I seen him coming, and I knew I just let him go because he was so fast.
Yeah. Well, it's a good third place start to your season. You led the second most laps, so you'll have enough bonus points to be tied with Lance in the points. I'll be doing the point standings here in just a few minutes. So, congratulations on third place. You got any shout-outs before we go?
You guys for putting these on, and everybody for watching, I guess.
Absolutely, man. We thank you for racing with us. It's been good having you.
Yeah, it's fun. Thanks.
You're welcome. See you next week.
You too.
And for final thoughts, our final thoughts with Shannon Milliken. You there, buddy?
Understand the why. Yes.
Dude, that finish was hilarious. I was laughing hysterically because it was basically like a Ricky Bobby finish there with Lance Sater and Riley Frost. Lance was backwards, going in reverse as fast as he could possibly go, and Riley was stuck on pit road. So,
I mean, there's. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. It's late at night for me. But it's hard for me to say anyone's at fault there. They both lifted at the same time. One just happened to hit the other. There's not much you could do about that. It's the last lap. I can't even blame anybody.
Dude, and neither one of them was mad, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Riley, interviewed them both. Riley's like basically saying he was that Lance was much faster than him, so he knew that he was coming. He just he slowed up.
Lance had to take the bottom, and Riley had to protect the bottom.
Yep.
At that point, you just watch. There's nothing anybody can do.
Yep. Yeah, that wasn't blatant taking somebody out. So I was gonna say. You want final thoughts for the stream before we go offline?
It has been, I thought I came into tonight thinking, all right, I got to start off real strong, and I'm going to have to be a hard ass all night. I am very happy with how tonight's races went. Sure, they may have looked kind of boring, but we kind of introduced that open setup kind of mentality behind it, so I'm sure everybody will eventually catch up with each other, but that was much refreshing. Very, very much refreshed.
Absolutely. And as I said on the broadcast earlier, Jacob Schneider proved to everyone that you can be fast and not take out the slow people.
Yeah. And I will say this, just because I don't think they got a lot of airtime due to being stuck in the back in the late model race. Quentin Campbell, one of the most courteous drivers out there on that field, and I did direct message him about 3/4 of the way through that race. It may not have been the finish he wanted, but anytime the leaders showed up behind him, he was the first to jump out of the groove and force himself, which when you're out there and the car is that tight, you're hitting the wall. He sacrificed his car to get the hell out of the way. We don't ask people to do that, but he did it anyway. I'm real appreciative of that.
Yeah, he meatball flagged himself, slamming the wall really hard.
Not the finish he wants. I might have to get him a special setup if he wants it, but we'll see. Maybe I can get him going.
I mean, the setups are up to y'all. I mean, that's your all's thing. You want to advertise that real quick before we go off the air. That's your speed shop.
Yeah, so the setups that we provide here in PRA are provided to them by a small Discord of, for lack of a better way to put it, idiots. We're called Drive Like Shit Speed Shop, and I'm supposed to have a slogan for this, but every time I say my favorite slogan, I get yelled at by the other guys. So I'm just going to tell you, our setups, the car is not fun to drive, but you know what? You'll be pretty quick. So if you're okay with that, feel free to reach out to me.
Absolutely. We appreciate you providing the setups for tonight. There was one guy in the chat saying he didn't know, he was not aware that it was an open setup race. So, yeah, these late model stocks are open setup from here on out. The street stocks are remaining the iRacing base setup as long as the track provides it. There are some tracks that don't, so on those cases we'll have the drives like S Speed Shop taking care of that.
He's a minister. He can't say that.
Anyway, we thank you all for watching PRA Network 2. I'm your host, Justin Phoenix, alongside Flashbang Shannon Milliken with me. We thank you for watching the first week of PRA Short Track League here at USA Speedway in Lakeland, Florida. Thank you, and see you next Monday night.